Here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. So glad you stopped by. And if you are brand new here, allow me to say welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. And as long as you're here, do me a couple favors. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to ring that notification bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're of the 800 plus regulars here, welcome back for another round. As that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because we all know YouTube does love those comments. And of course, as always, share this video with your friends on all social media. And my socials, Instagram and X, are down below in the description, along with a link to that fabulous Joker Voice merch store. Okay, so I had originally planned on doing a video of a quick review of the very busy Sunday in pro wrestling. Then I realized that with my work and frankly my sleep schedule, that was just not going to be conducive. Now, so I was rewatching the WWE's Night of Champions, taking a more technical view of the event as opposed to just watching it initially as a fan. There are pros and there are cons, and there were some glaring problems with this show on the whole, whether that be from the production side, the execution in the matches, the overbooking, etc. But has it affected my overall score of this show? Well, we shall see. So, let's discuss.
And here we go.
Now, on the live recap with myself and Left Eye Ego, I gave this show a score of 7 out of 10. 70%. If this was a letter grade, it would be a C. Average. And for the most part, I stand by that. This show was just average. Again, there were some glaring issues, and one of the major ones happened right at the beginning of the show, and it had to do with the audio of the entire show. Michael Cole's headset was either cutting in and out, sounded like he was talking in a tunnel half the time, either that or it was spiking or crackling. Upon the rewatch, it is very off-putting to deal with for the entire show. Now, as far as the matches go, let's start with the opening match on ESPN proper, and that is the King of the Ring Finals, Obafemi versus Jey Uso. Bell to bell, this match went about 8 minutes long. Short match, fine. I'm fine with that. I have no issue with that. However, this goes to one of the cons, as this match was longer than both matches Obafemi had with Brock Lesnar. So Jey Uso was able to get off a lot more offense in this match. I understand you could kind of try to make him look strong, but it's really hard to suspend my disbelief and think that Jey Uso is a greater in-ring talent for Obafemi than Brock Lesnar. I mean, it's hard to fathom, but the cons of this, there was no outside interference, nothing from Jacob Fatu, nothing from Jimmy, nothing from Brock Lesnar, as WWE made the right and frankly the only call for this match. Obafemi is your 2026 King of the Ring.
Your ruler has arrived.
Now, right before we got to the Queen of the Ring finals, featuring the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Io Sky, we had a little bit of comedy as Danhausen came out, had an exchange with Liv, and Liv Morgan got herself cursed by Danhausen. And this goes to some of the cons of this match. I mean, the curse was to protect Liv Morgan, to kind of give an out as to why she lost this match. Frankly, it just highlights a thing that she should not have been in this match in the first place, shouldn't have been in this tournament in the first place. You had Sky overselling a knee injury on a very routine step to the apron outside, but then when it comes time for a Spanish fly and the over the moonsault, that knee is working just fine. And in the end of it, when Sky says that she's going to challenge Liv Morgan at SummerSlam, so we've already seen this match, and they're just going to run it back. So again, this put WWE in a hard place, as if this was the result for SummerSlam, you've already given it away. But the cons of the match, again, with selling the knee, it got them a chance to highlight the new addition to Liv Morgan's repertoire, which is that half crab lion tamer, which actually looks really good. I'm not going to lie. And much like the King of the Ring, WWE made the only and correct call. 2026 Queen of the Ring, the Genius of the Sky, Sky. Now, as we moved off of ESPN over to the Unlimited app, we go to the steel cage match between Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. They gave these guys a total in-ring time of 19 minutes, bell to bell. This was the second longest match of the entire show. And it's a good thing they had 19 minutes because the first half of this match was absolutely
boring.
That's my real negative of this match, is it was dull for the first half. Now, it picked up after Seth Rollins hit a superplex from the top rope with Braun Breaker hanging over the top of the cage through a table. The match really got into gear then. And Braun, I don't know where it happened, but he got a cut over his left eye. So naturally, there was some color in this match as he's kind of wearing a half, almost Phantom of the Opera crimson mask. Looked really good, kind of what you want from a steel cage match. There was a great near fall toward the end where Braun goes for his super spear. Seth moves out of the way. Braun goes crashing through a table. Seth hits a pedigree and then his stomp. Braun kicks out of that. I thought it was done at that point. No lie. But in the end, it took an avalanche stomp from the top rope, and the crafty veteran, Seth Rollins, the visionary, picks up the win in this match. And both United States titles were on the line on this show, and we'll start with Trick Williams defending against Ricky Saints. Now, they gave these guys 11 minutes to perform, and they gave a very good in-ring performance. There's some obvious chemistry between these two going back to their days in NXT. Now, in the match, the result itself, Trick Williams does retain, probably setting up a match against Carmelo Hayes at SummerSlam. The main problem with this match is that aside from the entrances and the finish, no one could be bothered to care. And frankly, it didn't get any better with the Women's United States title match with Tiffany Stratton defending against Jade Cargill. Frankly, this match sucked. It really did. It was sloppy throughout. And I don't know if anyone else noted, but from what I saw, Tiffany kind of looks like she really doesn't enjoy working with Jade Cargill. Frankly, I don't blame her. Now, Tiffany did retain her title, and another negative of this match is this should have been a showcase for being the first champion to defend this title on a premium live event, but instead it was more of an angle for an upcoming SummerSlam match between Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair.
It's wrong.
That brings us to the main event of Night of Champions for the WWE Undisputed Championship, Gunther versus Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn. This match was excellent. This was the longest match of the night. Bell to bell was about 20 minutes, and these guys delivered an absolute banger. Now, with my picks, I wavered between Cody and Sammy, and I ultimately went with Cody Rhodes as I thought WWE would once again just play it safe. I can't believe they did it. I can't believe they actually did it. Sami Zayn is the new WWE Undisputed Champion. I like this decision. It makes SummerSlam a little unpredictable, kind of fun to play with. So it was an excellent finish to what actually was a very newsworthy show that just happened to be filled with a lot of meh. I mean, excellent opening two matches, great main event, leaving us with a show that was just, as I said, average.
That's fair.
But these are just my thoughts. Let me know yours down below in the comments. Be sure to tune in this week, 6 p.m. Pacific, right here on this channel, where me and the guys will be discussing a whole lot of this and a whole lot more. Of course, I'm talking about Wednesday night is overlooked. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate it. And I will see you folks all very soon. Hope you had a great weekend. Have a wonderful week ahead of you. Always have fun. Keep talking. Keep smiling. Till next time.